everyone and welcome to my room. So today's video is going to be the music tag, which I've been tagged in by my friend Gabby. And first things first, before I start this video, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone that's subscribed to my channel recently. I've noticed quite a big increase in my subscribers, and I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for subscribing and watching my videos and liking my videos and commenting on my videos, and just let you know that it's really appreciated. And I hope that you continue watching and enjoying them. So yeah, let's jump into the tag. So the first question is, who is your favourite band or artist? Now this changes for me like quite often. Usually the artist, or it used to depend on who I was going to see in a gig next. So if I was going to see Paramore, Paramore would be my favourite band, or if I was going to see All Time Low, All Time Low would be my favourite band. But currently at the minute it's a mixture between We The Kings and You Me at Six. And they're the only two bands that I've never seen live that are on my list of bands to see live. So at the minute, they're my favourite band. So question 2, what band or artist do you always come back to? I think for this one I'm going to say Paramore, just because I've seen them twice in concert. I saw them once in Manchester and once in Liverpool, and they were probably the biggest band for me while I was in high school. I listened to them the most, I enjoyed their music the most, and I always seem to sort of come back to them in a loop. I always have this thing where I'll go to a gig and then on the lead up to the gig I'll listen to the music constantly, and then after the gig for like the next couple of months I don't really listen to the music, and then I always go back to them. So probably Paramore are the biggest band that I always go back to. Question 3, what is your favourite movie soundtrack? I'm not really sure about this because I don't really pay attention very much to movie soundtracks usually. I think the only movie soundtrack I've ever had is Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging and Twilight. I only like the Twilight soundtrack because it's got Paramore on it, and I just think the Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging one is a lot of music that was really popular when like my mum was my age, but has been redone by bands that I frequently listen to. So I do really like that soundtrack, and it's got some really good songs on it. Question 4, favourite songs of all time. I think my number one song that I always say is Remembering Sunday by All Time Low. I'm not really sure why it's my favourite song, but the 2 times I've heard it live and the 2 or 3 times I've heard it like over FaceTime or whatever, I've always got really emotional and like nearly started crying. So I would say that's probably one of my favourite all-time songs. I really like Misery Business by Paramore, but obviously that's like one of the biggest Paramore songs, and Fences by Paramore is also one of my favourite songs. Most embarrassing songs on your iTunes. Most probably all the Hannah Montana soundtracks, because I'm not gonna lie, I am a big Hannah Montana fan and it is really sad. I am nearly 21 and yes, I like Hannah Montana, I'm not gonna lie. I also really like Miley Cyrus as she is now and as she was, and that whole controversial situation. But yeah, I'd say Hannah Montana is probably the most embarrassing songs I've got on my iTunes. Question 6, top 3 played songs on your iTunes. Top 3 songs played on my iTunes are all Taylor Swift songs. Who knew? So the top one is I Almost Do, the second one is All Too Well, and the third one is Red. Question 7, favourite concert attended. I went to quite a few concerts when I was sort of high school age, like early college, but I haven't really been to any for quite a few years. So I'd probably say my favourites were the first time I went to see Paramore, because that was the first big concert I went to really, and I really enjoyed it, and it was nice to sort of get the atmosphere for gigs. And I also really liked the Forever the Sickest Kids concert that I went to, and the Say Anything concert. The Forever the Sickest Kids and Say Anything concerts were quite small, and they were in like the smallest academies in Manchester. If any of you have been to any of the academies in Manchester, you'll know about the size difference, but yeah, they were all in the smallest academy, and it's kind of a nice place to be because it's quite small, there's not a lot of people, you don't feel like you can die by being squashed. So yeah, I'd probably say they were my favourites. And question 8, most underrated musician in your opinion. I don't really know, to be honest. I think a lot of the YouTube musicians are really underrated, especially Landon Austin. I love his music a lot, and I go through stages where I listen to him quite frequently and then I don't listen to him for a long time, then I go back and I feel like I've missed something. So yeah, definitely Landon Austin. I think he deserves a lot more credit than he's getting at the minute. and I think he should be very, very big because I really love his music and I know a lot of other people do as well. And question 9, which is the last question in this tag, is favourite song lyric. I don't really know. I pay attention to lyrics in songs because obviously they're important, but I can't really pick out my favourite just off the top of my head, and I tag everyone to do this. So if any of you guys like making videos, then please feel free to let me know in the comments that you've made this video and I'll go and watch it for sure. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and yeah, big thank you to everyone that subscribed, and see you guys next time. Bye guys!